Hello everybody and welcome to this furniture design tutorial in which I'm going to show you how easy it actually is to design such an organic looking chair in Shapr3D with perfect offset surfaces and side rims which are tangent to the edges. What am I talking about? Let me show you. For example, we will logically start with all the sketches we have to create. After the first sketch, we will create now our basic body. We create the sketches to slice. We project actually this onto the surface. Then we will shell the design and then actually use the push and pull offset command to simply cut this space open. And look at that. These surfaces with this process are perfectly tangent to their side surfaces. That's actually quite a complicated task to achieve. And with this modeling strategy I'm going to show you here is super easy and very intuitive. And then I will talk more about how to set up the history, how to structure your design. Now, because we're creating a basic version and we are creating a more detailed version. How do you best sort everything and rework your history? And then in the end, we will create this beautiful presentation in the Viso. And with all that said, let me show you. As always, so let's set up our new empty scene. We have all the snapping tools on. We remain being in inches, and this time we go to the front view. The first sketch we're going to create will define that spherical body. Let's go to sketch, ellipse, and on the z-axis, you click, start drawing the ellipse center, go down, that's the ellipse major, go to the side, that is the ellipse minor. Press escape, and then we can give the minor a radius of 23. And we give the major axis a radius a radius of 27.5 inches. Now, because this center point was coincident constraint onto the z-axis, we only can move this up and down, not left and right. And that's okay. Select the origin center point, select the sketch origin, and then we can specify the vertical distance to 40 inches. I just know this value that later when we have the offset materials and the thickness, the seating height will be where it should be. Perfect. Now, I will draw on the z-axis a line straight down. And then I will actually look at these endpoints and delete the coincident constraint. The coincident constraint glued actually that point to the z-axis. That's not what I want. And what I can do now is I go to trim and, for example, trim away these leftover lines. Perfect. Next step, let's go to the move rotate command. Select the line, select the ellipse, and because everything got trimmed, the rotation center is at the center of the ellipse. So we can rotate this now 12 degrees. There. Can exit the sketch. Select the sketch half profile, the axis, and click revolve. And there we are. Let's go to the front view. We're going to hide actually this body, go to sketch, and we're going to create now a new sketch which will be used to cut the spherical body open. Click spline. With the control version, click somewhere on top, down, one more, one up, and out, and escape. Escape. So we stop drawing the spline, and then we can actually move these points around as we like and sculpt actually this opening. Now everything down here, that's going to be the armrest. Everything on top, that's going to be kind of like where the head would be. One thing to say is do not get the spline over the ellipse, because then we don't have a backrest, and don't get too close, because then your backrest will be very fragile and the chair might break. However, we don't need to perfect this spline right now, because once we created a basic 3D body, then we can adjust actually the result by adjusting the sketch. Next, maybe a line that goes down, let's say to there, escape, and one line down here, and press escape. You saw I drew these lines actually on the splines. So when I move the spline, there you see how this actually updates. And with this, I can actually move the line along the spline. Very cool. Easy. Good. That's done. Now is actually the task or the step where we are going to project this trim sketch onto the sphere. This is now the really interesting part, how we can create this shelled design. We go to Tools and Project. We select the two lines in that spline, and then we select the spherical body. Because this is not a planar surface, we cannot project a flat sketch onto a rounded body. By default, this will be the projection result as edge, which when we click done and hide the sketch, you see we have actually projected these lines onto that surface and cut that surface. Very good. So what can we do now? At this point, we can actually select the body. Then we go to shell and shell this by 10 inches. We are in the front view. 10 inches is maybe a lot. Okay, now I can just verify this. Go back 5 inches or 4 inches. There. Beautiful. Okay. If I do a quick sketch, make a new one, you see 18 inches, where it goes up. That's kind of like the seating height of where something should be. So we are actually doing pretty good. 3 inches. Now we can play with how thick or thin we want this to be. There's one little cleanup task to do to help the software sometimes a little. I'm going to select these lines and press delete. Then I exit the section view. I go to the other side, go to back, section view, and then I select the rest here. And delete. And exit this. Because now what I can do is I select these 3 surfaces, and then via push and pull, I extrude them inwards. And the moment it is bigger than the shell thickness, it's cut. You see, it's so easy. The beautiful thing of this process is when we go to the side view, look, these rim surfaces are perpendicular to the other 2 surfaces. That's going to be very, very useful. At this point, actually, we can, if we want, go back to this sketch where we detailed everything. And let's say here, I play around a little bit. You see how with this now I can specify everything a little bit more. That's the reason why I said, don't fret, you don't have to have everything perfect from the beginning. We can adjust things later easily. You see also the more the sketch goes to the left side, getting closer to the ellipse, the thinner actually this backrest there will get. Okay. Perfect. Very good. We can also rotate these lines and just have more fun with it. Okay, beautiful. So let's say this verification process is done, and now we can select these sharp edges, which nobody likes, and then let's round those. By how much? Well, it's just a matter of preference. 5 looks actually pretty good. And then I will select the outside surface, click chamfer, fillet. We can round this a little bit. Let's say 1 inch. Does this work also on the inside? Very often it does. So by selecting the face and then going to chamfer fillet, you see it selected all the edges. 2 inches. There we are. Pretty cool. Yeah. And then we have this very thin sliver there, which I will going to show you a fun trick later how we can do something with that. Okay, beautiful. This actually looks pretty good. I would say at this point, the shell is done. Then let's make the leg. The legs are really fun actually to do. And also the process how we can adjust the legs is a really great demo in how easy and flexible Shapr3D actually is. With the spline command, I just draw a spline down there. Oh, and there. Okay. I make actually these legs, so 2 points should not be vertically above each other, so that actually the leg kind of like nicely goes down this way. Or do we make him perpendicular or vertical aligned? Nah, let's go this way. And I will show in a moment why. Okay, good. So first, we have actually this leg here, no? But that's not where the leg needs to be. It needs to be rotated. How can we do this? That is super easy. Transform, move and rotate, select this element, go to bottom view, and there we are. Let's just move and rotate it to where we want that to be. Then we go move and rotate with this one. Come on, move and rotate this one there. And I don't know, maybe I bring this one to there. The legs in the back can be a little bit tighter together than the front. If this position is good, who knows? We will figure that out later. We might have to adjust these fillets. So I will actually select those fillets, right click and say suppress. The reason for that is if we then adjust this sketch, the update of this body will be faster. The fillets will slow it down. And later we go right click unsuppress and the fillets are back. Goodie. Next step. We're going to create along each of these splines a construction plane. I pull this one down and then here the same there. You also see how I'm very step by step. I make my sketches, I make my construction planes, and now I make my sketches again. So there we're going to add a circle, let's say 2 inches. And then on this construction plane, new sketch, 2 inches. It will be useful if show all dimensions we turn on. Because soon actually with this then we can adjust everything nicely. We select the sketch profile, select the leg spline and click sweep. Same here. Sweep. Now these legs look kind of sad. First, they are actually too thick, 1.5 inches. Now there you can see why showing the dimension outside is very useful. Very good. And here comes a funny trick. To create this fluted shape, we select an edge, then we go to scale, scale uniform, and then let's scale it. Yeah, that looks kind of good. And here I can do now the same. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The history records the values. So I click on this and make this a tick smaller, and also here a tick smaller. This actually looks, let's say, okay. I will select both legs and then mirror them over, because now I can see the whole chair with where the legs are. Does this work? Would I like to change things? So the front legs, I would like to rotate more. So I go to the bottom view. And then I need to see which sketch is what. So that is actually the back leg. Very good. Let's rotate this a tick more. Maybe like this. And where's the front leg? Oh, that's the one. Okay. I would like to rotate this one. And you see by rotating the sketch, also the construction plane is moved, that circular sketch is moved, everything is updated. So it's like very intuitive. I want to make sure that this is really inside the chair and not, for example, sticking partially out. And I think the other one is good too. Yeah, beautiful. No, this is actually, this works really good. When we're going to add fillets there, for the where the legs actually meet the shell, that might get a little bit tight, which is why I'm going to, let's say, push this a little bit back. Okay, good. So now that's the main reason why I stop these fillets. The fillets slow down everything else too, so I will still keep them for the moment frozen or suppressed. Let's clean up. There we are. Thank you. We can select, or do we do this? I want to try something out. At this point here, I'm going to make a copy. So this is actually a variation. And this feature, I move to here. So now I have two pieces there. But which one is which one? So this is the body 01. That is actually the new version. Okay. And then I actually make another copy. There we are. Very good. This one I hide. And now here, this one I would like to thin down. So you see 2 inches. And then I have the other one. So from this one, I would like this one to be removed, but keep the copy. The main reason is I do have now a plastic shell and I have a body for the foam. We're going to round actually these edges. There we are. Just round them nicely. Very good. So yeah, that looks very good. Here, this fillet, let's say 0.5, that works. I'm going to hide the other one so I can go to the inside. Go chamfer fillet 0.25. That works. Very good. Beautiful. Then unhide, unisolate. And then here I can select this surface and say chamfer fillet 0.25. This surface, chamfer, and then here I bring this down, let's say to there. And I would like here to play a little bit with the tangency value, not the opposite way. Let's say like this. Yeah, so you see this is a little bit straighter. Beautiful. Cool. Okay. We do actually, as you can see, developed two different shells. One where it's more one together, and here we have actually one version where everything is yeah, separated. To prevent any confusion, maybe let's make a folder. And here we say shell version 1, ideally with correct spelling. And here we say shell version 2. Then this goes into version 2, and this one goes into version 1. Cool. Okay. We need to also actually work with our legs. So I will what I'm going to do, I will select these legs and then do subtract actually the shelf from them. But keep actually the removed bodies. Thank you. And then here I have these leftover pieces. I can delete them because now also here now we have 4 different legs. That's very good. I will select the legs ends, but you see, I notice here there's a long an extra line. So a construction plane there is misplaced there. I don't know how this happened. So if I click the construction plane and say edit, then I can move this one to the endpoint and done. Very good. There. Thank you. Fixed. I would like to select the bottom faces. Actually, no, bottom edges. And let's say 1 inch. 0.5. What? You cannot round this? No, you have to be able to round this. Interesting. Okay, maybe I selected something different. I don't know. Oh, interesting. Ah, what? Ha, so maybe there. Oh, look at that. There's a tiny double edge. Okay. This construction plane here. Where are you? Just go to the vertex endpoint. Thank you. That actually no, that should, yes, it did fix it. Okay. Now we can actually fill it everything. There. We can go with something that's very close to make this nice and round. Okay, beautiful. Now, we do have these 4 legs also here. Logically, I make a copy. Bonk, bonk. Up and back, and then those go into, let's say, shell 2. I need to stop the copy thing. Then I can move them to there, and then those go to shell 1. Oh, this is interesting. Where do these come from? Oh, I must have by accident not put them in there. Okay, beautiful. This thing is kind of done, so I can, whoa, not select everything. That would have been a big mistake. Select the legs and the lower shell, make a union. Very nice. And then I can select these edges and do a nice fillet. There. Beautiful. Cool. Hide this one. Go to here. No, we have all this stuff now. I'm going to bring this one down to, or do we leave this there? There, I made the copy, did all this. Yeah, I mean, we can keep it there, or I'm just bringing all this stuff down because I'm more fixing actually this design now. Unsuppress. Oh, oh, that's interesting. So that's that fillet that doesn't exist. So you are actually using the wrong edges. You should use these edges. I mean, it's good this mistake happened because I can show you how then actually we fix this stuff. No, that is the incorrect object. We are selecting all this and, oh wait, this might have been the inside there. And then here for their fix clear, we use this one. Oh, this was indeed actually the inside. So hold on. Up there you can see how easy it is to adjust all the stuff. And done. That's outside there. This one still is complaining a little bit. Here, 10 edges. Just remove the stuff. All is good. There you see the fillet is fine. And there is no error mark. Beautiful. Now this is now one piece. Here we can join everything together. And then also there we can fillet all this as we want. Beautiful. Cool. Okay. This looks actually really nice. Let's very quickly create an ornament. A sketch, line on the z-axis over and up and escape. And then with the arc command, one there, click and click, escape, escape. This line should be vertical, horizontal. This should have a 90-degree angle. This can go down a little bit. Maybe this can go in a little bit. That's all we need. And then we say a revolve, and we say a big fillet, and we say another fillet. Similar to the upholstery, here we can play with this value to make this look a little bit more pushed. Cool. Okay, we'll go back to this. We can then play with the dimension. Oh, say something like this. Beautiful. Section cut, we're in a side view. How tall is this? 16. Yeah, that's going to work out. Very nice. Here comes one last tiny detail. We're going to add a nice seam to our fabric. The sketch goes into the sketch folder. This is the ornament that remains. So we make a new sketch. You see here we have these intersection lines. That's pretty cool. So here, there, 0.5. And then here we say we use this one, 0.5. Now you see how this actually goes over it. That's, by the way, how we're going to hide it. And then this seam we can select this edge and do a sweep. There we are. And then here we select this profile. And then we select the seam elements. Nearly done. And there, beautiful sweep. Great. And then when we play with these values, we can adjust the size of that seam as much as we want it. Now that's quite a lot. That's too big. That seems already on the big side, but let's keep it there. It's a nice detail actually. Beautiful. And this is how you pipe elements over an organic surface. Yo, we are actually, I would say, nearly done. So that is shell 2. Yeah, shell 2 doesn't, for example, does not need that seam because we have actually the pieces separated. Here we use that seam to simply hide that there's actually a gap between these parts. Good. Okay. To make things maybe in our design look a little bit more interesting, we're going to do the following. This is a circular piece. There we are. No. Let's simply rotate it 90 degrees. And then because we have also version 1, there, we have an auto band. To visualization, and we can simply say, look, everything is going to be this beautiful glossy ABS plastic, which we make white. Then we can select the lower faces of our legs, which we change from ABS plastic to rubber silicone. And then we go this beautiful cyan color and go down in the darkness. Then we select this one and this one and this one. On top here we go fabric. Let's say flacket wool. Also here this color. Perfect. We can adjust the scale a little bit. Here this is, wait, no, there. This is one body. So change and this material, done. And then here, this one, double click. That's an individual object. And then because here with this is not just one object. This is just, or an individual object that is part of our chair. We're just simulating different body parts by adding different materials. Okay, let's make the nice stylish image. To the environment, and click and click. Oh, we can move this around a little bit to add a drop shadow. And that's it. Look at that. Oh. So this is how easy it is to create such an organic looking chair with perfect offset surfaces and side edges. One version simplified as one piece, and one version where you have the shell and the upholstery separated. Pretty easy, no? Thanks to Shapr. That's it. Bye bye.